Hi guys, welcome back. How amazing was that magic from Joan? Like I always say, because last week this also happened with our mentalist Alan, everything is live in real time. There is no editing, there's no trickery, there's none of this whole we're just pretending that they are what they are. They're absolutely amazing and they're here performing in Las Vegas. So please, please, please go support them, hit them up on socials, all of the above. So now we're switching gears again to another side of Las Vegas that everyone loves, which is comedy. Who does not love comedy? There's so many stand-up comedians out there that you see on Netflix, streaming, you can go anywhere, everywhere, but then what I love is meeting the locals, the ones that are, striving to become as big as the ones on Netflix, and they already are, but I love dragging people to come here and go see them live performing. So everyone, please meet comedian and fitness guru, all of the above, because you're about to see when she comes up, Kitty Pine. Hi, thank you so much for coming. Please, please, please.
Yes, thanks for having me.
Yes. So you come all the way from Hawaii, right?
Yes.
Yes. So how long have you been in Vegas?
I came to Vegas in 2012.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's been some time.
Well, because I was living in Colorado for 2 years. But yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's amazing. So you are Hawaiian all blood, or you what's?
I am not even Hawaiian.
Okay.
Yeah. People assume that because you're from Hawaii,
Right.
you're Hawaiian. No, I'm Filipino Chinese.
Are you all Filipino? All Filipino? I'm Chinese too.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we all were Chinese at one point, and then the Spaniards came and mated with us, and now we're Filipino, thanks to King Philip.
That's amazing. So, well, it's perfect because now it is AAPI Heritage Month, so it's a great time for you to be here. We're celebrating us. We're celebrating all that makes us here. Thriving because we're amazing. But so comedy and fitness, obviously, if you're like, look at those guns. Like, we're here, we're working, right? Like, everything. So comedy, tell us about the start for you.
Started comedy in 2005. That was, I don't know what the math is on that, but it's a long time ago. And I was just getting fired from a job at the time. And they told me that, maybe one day you'll be this weird comedian, cross-dressing person. And at the time, by the way, I was not even thinking about looking like this, the cross-dressing or trans or anything like that had not crossed my mind. But he was firing me and telling me this might happen one day. And then it did. So people, be careful what you say, okay? Things happen. You can manifest things in people's lives, I think.
Yeah, you say it, you affirm it, and sometimes, that's what law of manifestation. You just speak things into existence, and all of a sudden you're like, oh, that's interesting. Did I not say this like yesterday? Like, what a coincidence, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, but that's amazing though. So you kind of, after that, kind of found your way through comedy and kind of formed, your whole show and your whole persona. So what is your comedy really, I don't want to say about, but what is your content? When you write your comedy, do you focus on certain aspects, certain topics, certain things?
In the past, it's been mostly about my life growing up and banter with the audience. But now, as of lately, I've not shared this with anybody yet. So this is kind of like I'm just sharing now. I've been on this weird spiritual journey, and it took me down this path of why things happened and led me to where I am now. And I can tell you right now, Kitty Pineapple was not always a comedian. Kitty Pineapple was just a voice in my head. Just this still, tiny voice in my head. Can I tell you a story? The first time I encountered the voice in my head. And you're gonna sound, I believe it or not, it happened, and it's gonna sound crazy. I'll just warn you right now, it sounds crazy. I was having a dream. I was 10 years old. I was having a dream that I left my backpack outside on the patio. So I wake up from this dream, and then I go towards the patio. And as I'm going there, it's really dark, and I can't feel anything. I can't see anything, so I'm struggling with the lock. And then I finally look outside. I'm like, all right, there's no backpack. I close the door, and I'm struggling because it's dark again. And as I'm walking back to my bedroom in the dark, in between there is a restroom, and the voice told me, go to the restroom and turn the light on. And I was like, I don't have to pee. Why would I do that? So, again, no, go to the restroom, go to the bathroom, and turn on the light. So I did. And when I did, all I heard in the background was, Naku, si David pala. Which means, hey, it's just David, which is my boy name. And I was like, yeah, it's me. Okay, good night. Turn off the light. The next day, my mom is in the living room looking really distraught, just like trying to figure, like, what just happened? I guess because she was thinking about it all night. So she's like, last night when you were going in the dark, your dad thought you were a burglar. So if you went straight to your room, he had his knife ready to attack whoever was there. And I was like, huh? Okay. What's for lunch? Because you don't know how to process that, and that's when I realized that was the voice. Mm-hmm. And years later, fast forward, 2020, we're all locked down, right? We're all locked down, and I was like, you know what? I'm done. We're all gonna die anyway. I should just end it all. The voice said, hold on. Let's see what I can do. And I was like, what do you mean? Just let me do what I do. Mm-hmm. I was like, okay, here, you take the keys, you drive. Fast forward after that, Kitty Pineapple is where we are today. And I gotta say, ever since I've embraced Kitty into my life, things have been amazing. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I feel like when you're called to something and you just kind of like ignore it, it'll nag at you. You won't be happy until you finally embrace it. And when you do, it's like, oh, that's all I had to do.
Yeah. So you kind of found yourself through all these things that started happening as long as you just listen to kind of the inside and what's inside of your head to Kitty Pineapple, which is amazing. So did you never probably saw yourself come to amass this amount of success, right?
Nope. All I knew was I was going to do TikTok for 30 days. I was going to do TikTok for 30 days, and that was the plan that I got from The Voice. Say, just do TikTok for 30 days. I was like, okay, TikTok, okay. And then in the 30 days, when you do anything for 30 days, things happen. You begin consistency. You become you get really good at doing makeup, because I know what to do with how to do my makeup, and then you start to grow a following, and you start to learn what's working, what's not working, what's hitting, and in those 30 days, I was like, wow, if you just listen to the voice.
Yeah.
I mean, not all the voices, because there's some crazy people out there.
Right. Yeah.
You just to know which voices to concentrate on.
The one that your gut's telling you to really listen to. But that's amazing, because in that time, a lot of people had time to be on social media. That's kind of where, TikTok and content creation really started to become a big thing. And so it was kind of the perfect time where all of these opportunities where people were on there, right? To find you and then be like, oh my God, who is this? And then you're able to be like, oh my God, yeah, I mean, that's absolutely amazing. And so you probably were able to start believing more in yourself and your comedy, right? Because when you were doing comedy before, Kitty Pineapple wasn't a thing? So
before I was doing Kitty Pineapple, I mean, as comedian David Lee, I was set to do something.
Okay.
I was what I was at the time. I had no desire to do anything else. That was it. We got locked down. I got depressed. And I was like, you know what? I'm done. And Kitty was like, no. Mm-hmm. I'm here. It's my turn.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you think you can do better? Go. And then she did.
Okay.
And so here we are.
Yeah.
And it's weird because there's this whole thing about duality within us, me and David. You don't know who you're talking to sometimes. You're like, who am I talking to? Am I talking to David? Am I talking to Kitty? we tried to get rid of each other. It's just gonna sound crazy. Does it sound crazy? I think it sounds crazy to you guys. But we did try to get rid of each other. There was this one time, my first time doing stand-up as Kitty. David said, you know what, if this doesn't work out, I'm gonna put this away. And then I go on stage, destroy this contest. I take the money home. And then David's like, you know, I know what I said, but still, I'm going to put this away. Because at the time, David was afraid of where this could go, how this could surpass him. He didn't want that to define who he is. And I'm like, listen, this does not define who you are.
Yeah.
Who you are in here, and in here is what defines you. Doesn't matter what you look like. This is just a representation of the voice that's in your head.
So every day, do you lead with Kitty? Is that, you know, when you're thriving in life, apart from performing and your off time, do you still kind of go and listen to Kitty and you're just like, this is me now? Have you taken on this as you in everyday
I've
life?
taken this on as much as I can because, and for personal reasons at home, I'm married to a woman, and she's not entirely on board with The Voice. So, in respect to her, I have to let him drive while she's home.
Okay.
If that makes any sense.
That makes sense.
We have two lives.
That's okay. We're here to understand what makes Kitty, and you, and make sure everyone knows, and we're proud. Like, and what's amazing is I love people come in here as their authentic selves, and they're proud of their authentic selves, which is what we try to promote there. And I think that's what drives people to become very successful. When you're honest with yourself, you're honest with what drives you and what motivates you to do what you do. That's where you'll find your place in whatever you want to do. So I never want to offend. I always want to try to understand and make sense on your here's Kitty, correct? And your pronouns would be she, her, or...
She, her, whenever you see Kitty.
Whenever you see Kitty?
Yeah.
Okay. We always want to understand, we never want to...
and that's the thing, too. I mean, I really have no preference when it comes to pronouns. I feel like today's society, we get so easily hurt by little things. I come from a generation of sticks and stones will break my bones, but I'm going to crack your face first. But no, I'm not really. But you know, words should not have an effect on me. And yes, sometimes they do. And the words that do affect me are the ones from people I care about. And if I care about them, then they shouldn't be saying things that hurt me in the first place. Right. You know what I mean? Right. So I want to get rid of this need for validation through pronouns just for myself. Because if people can use that against you, they can, they can use that as a weapon. And I don't want to give anyone that power.
Exactly. And that's where the whole cancel culture come in.
Yeah.
Oh my God, like, do you know that they didn't, when openly that person really wasn't intending, they were asking, or they just misunderstood, But we're all here as open space, and we love it. I love having this authenticity and having this chance to talk to you about this. So also a big thing about you, apart from comedy, is fitness.
Yes.
You're all about fitness. Your content, you have a lot of content in the gym too. I saw coming across your TikTok, and people can clearly see, fitness, fit is life. So is that kind of like, have you always been into fitness? Is that kind of your escape? Is that something that you strive to do?
Fitness has been, I guess, part of my life for a while. Growing up in grade school, I was encouraged to take sports. I did karate, judo, jiu-jitsu. Then I went into wrestling, and that conditioning had to be strenuous. Then I became a dancer, and dancers, and then cheerleader. I did a lot of things that required movement, and then boy band. When you're in a boy band, you have to dance and have some good lung capacity while you're singing. So then eventually I was like, I saw bodybuilders. I was like, ooh, I want to try that now. So I went to the whole experience. I was like, got myself a trainer, found all the right supplements, and then aimed for my first competition. And in my first competition, I got in the top 5. I was like, awesome, this is cool. But cooler than that, I was more fascinated with shaping the human physique, because I'm always fascinated with arts, like graphic design. I was an art. I used to draw a lot. Video production. I like artistic things. I like to create change out of just the vision in your head. So when I was a trainer, I wasn't so much a trainer for people. I was more like a sculptor. I would look at people like, all right, first we're gonna bring out your delts, then we're gonna lean everything out to make your core a lot leaner. Then we're gonna bring your glutes out a little bit more and balance it out with your that whatever that is, I forgot. Calves. Yes. Your calves and your hammies. So I kind of like sculpted my competitors because that's what they're there for, and I was like, ooh, that's fun.
But that is kind of cool. You just to see what the human body can do, especially when you as yourself are competing. You're watching yourself slowly mold, and you're like, oh my god, like look at everything though.
Yeah.
And then you feel proud of yourself because like not many people can do that, or their bodies are able to do that. Even if they would like to. So it's amazing. And I know there was one I think you put up, was at your TikTok, where you're talking about how the spray tan for the bodybuilding, and no one really pays attention to the spray tan, but you guys, you do, like you're like extremely dark and you're bringing out the light that hits you, and it's just amazing. Yeah. Somebody asked me after one of my competitions, after the whole judging was over, somebody asked me, so what did you get? I was like, black. Because my tan was like super dark. I was like, all right, that's all I got today. That's my new thing. But no, it's amazing. So you have in aspects of all different kinds, very athletic, and that kind of opens you up to doing more stuff, like doing all these sports. You understand fitness. You have the ability and the agility to become compete in bodybuilding. Like that's very meticulous.
It's
diet, the training, the supplements, all of that. It's a job within itself. So I've seen.
Yeah, it's been a blessing and the curse, and in the curse, in a way, because every single time I looked at something, I fixated on it. I wanted to become it. So I did. I became it, like comedy. I went into comedy, television production. I did it. I thought it, and it happened. But how it worked against me one time was when I was in my car. I thought I was living life, and then I looked at, like, I had this better than you mentality, and gosh, when that happens, you get humbled somehow. And I was looking at somebody on their moped. I was like, how could anybody ride that? Not long after, something happened with my vehicle that I wasn't able to drive it. But I had just enough money to purchase a moped. So I got myself a moped. I was like, all right, this is my moped. All right, cool. And then I would see people on motorcycle, on like bicycles. I'm like, wow, I don't know how people can do that. I'm like, someone stole my moped.
Oh no.
Someone stole my moped. and then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go to Walmart, get myself a bicycle. Got myself a bicycle. I'm like, well, at least I don't have to catch the bus.
Oh no! Oh
no! My tire gets flat. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna walk to the bus stop and do everything that way. And then you know what? I was like, this is how I'm humbled. Thank you for watching over me and teaching me this lesson now, because I could have been a lot more serious later in another area in life. But knowing how my thoughts and my emotions affect the outcome of my life, I'm a lot more careful with how I think and how I look at people now. And then it's also weird because I used to look at cross-dressers and drag queens with curiosity and more on the negative light. I was like, how could anyone do that? What would compel someone to put makeup on every day and live life like that? You get humbled quick through the Lord,
But hey, it all ended up working out in a way that's very positive and amazing.
Yeah.
So are you performing anywhere here in Las Vegas?
I perform regularly every Thursday night at 7:30 p.m. at Noy Pits. That's located in the Las Vegas Town Square. Square? Center. Whatever, one of those. On Las Vegas Boulevard.
Okay. And so where can people get tickets if they would like to go see you?
They can get tickets on my website, kittypineapple.com. And yeah, if you want to get tickets, if you get tickets through this, I'll put a special promo code that she's going to put on the show.
There you go. Maria got that one right there. But absolutely amazing. So where can people also find you apart from your website? You have social media, TikTok, all of those things?
Yes, Kitty Pine, both Facebook and Instagram, and on TikTok it's at I'm Kitty Pine.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much for being here, sharing your story, sharing your authenticity. I value it so much. It's so inspiring. This is what I love having guests on here for, is to share these stories and get people to know you, who makes you you, and just be your authentic self. We live for it. We live for it here, honey.
Thank you.
Yes. So thank you so much. I know you're a little nervous before you're sitting in the hot seat, but you know, we're here now. We're here.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, I told you things I've never told people.
Oh, that's what we strive here. It's the magic of Priscilla, obviously.
You almost got me tearing too.
Oh, no! We'll do that off camera. But thank you so much. Please, guys, don't go anywhere before I say my goodbyes. But Kitty Pineapple, everyone. Please give her
Aloha.
a round of
Thank
applause.
This show is brought to you by New American Funding.
John is an employee at one of the most famous firms in the city of New York, so his job is very hectic, and he realized that it is necessary for him to go and finally take a vacation. But he went on a vacation without planning out the details, and wasn't able to truly enjoy where he went because he had to think about so many things that he didn't plan for. Instead of enjoying his time away from work, he came back with more stress that he was not able to take full advantage of his vacation. But this year, a coworker suggested him to try World Ventures this time to make his vacationing more enjoyable and less stressful. They do not require you to plan anything outside of your transportation, which is also available at discounted rates. Your stay, your transport, and many meals are planned by the club. John liked the idea very much. He tries World Ventures, and his experience with the club was amazing, as he made many friends there with whom he had a great time. John recommends that everyone should try this club, as they are the best in business. See how the VIP-vacation-club.com can give you the right experience without all the hassle. Enjoy the VIP experience that only World Ventures provides.
Traditional TV is going away. Hollywood is starting to fade. People are demanding real stories from real people. Our voices are now being heard in our own way. Podcasts, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and TikTok Live are becoming the norm. Internet TV has now reached the highest demand in human history. Social media shows is now the new media of the century.
Hi guys, and welcome back to the Hot Seat. I am your host, Priscilla Moy, and oh my gosh, what an episode that was. I absolutely love meeting all of my guests that come here every single week. I always say this all the time, but it surprises me. Even though I think I might know the person, how it's going to go, they always surprise me, and I love, love, love hearing their stories and hearing everything that they're doing here in town. They should inspire not only you, but I mean, they always inspire me, but they should make sure that all of you are still working towards your dreams, working towards your goals, and never giving up. That's always a theme from every one of my episodes, because these people are actively doing what they're doing. They talk about how they grow, how they're growing, and Las Vegas is a city that I think is so, so, so underrated. So many people try to poop on us, saying that we're like, there's this whole stigma about what we are, what we shouldn't be doing, how we're not this, we're not that, but there's so much talent here in this city that has yet to really, really, really be found, given the chances, and I think Las Vegas is growing so much, so I cannot wait for that day to come. As always, we look for sponsors. Every episode we have, if you guys have a movie that you're premiering, if you guys have a business that you would like to promote, as you see, we do have commercial breaks, so if you guys want to sponsor the show, you can always contact contact the production team at admin@socialmediashows.com. That is the golden email that you are going to use for anything. If you would like to be on the show, if you have someone that would like to be a guest here on the Hot Seat or all of the other shows that Social Media Shows has that goes live every week, you guys can submit using that same email address. Just make sure you tell them which show you're trying to be on, because the Hot Seat is not the only one, even though it is your favorite. just kidding, not really. But anyways, we are open to all different types of people who do many different things, not just performers. We have entrepreneurs, we have politicians on here, we have people who do nonprofits, we have students, we have aspiring this, that, and the third. We love meeting all of you and getting to know all of what makes Las Vegas, Las Vegas. So as always, I'm your host, Priscilla Moy. We are going to take a 2-week break since I'm going to be out of town, but you can stream my episodes all the time. They are streaming every day up until the next week. However, you can just go back. All of my episodes are on there. If you just want to hear me talk, there's many reasons and many episodes that you can do that. So please keep supporting this channel. Please commenting all of your amazing feedback. We love to see it. All of your support means the world to us. So make sure that you're pushing Social Media Shows and also the Hot Seat. So I am your host, Priscilla Moy, and I will see you back again in the studio the end of May. Stay tuned until then.